Providence police taking one person into custody following a late-night stabbing that led to an overnight standoff.
The scene unfolding after an alleged domestic assault in another area of the city. And new tonight, we're learning more about what police say happened in the three separate incidents.
Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom with more on what officials are saying tonight. Steph?
Well, Nathan Spardello is locked up in Providence Police headquarters behind me after police say he stabbed a man to death last night and then took another man hostage as he ran from the cops. 28-year-old Nathan Spardello accused of stabbing a man to death at this Russo Street home Monday night. Police say 35-year-old Luis Carrillo is the murder victim, but may not have been the man Spardello intended to kill.
He had a targeted person in mind. However, it may have been that someone else answered the door or was in the apartment.
Colonel Hugh Clemens says Spardello was involved in a domestic incident on Hazel Street earlier in the night that sparked him to go to Russo Street and allegedly commit murder. Police then searching the city for him.
He was on a mission. And who knows, what else is going on in his mind. He now knows that police are looking for him. He knows in his mind what he's just done. So he's capable of just about anything.
Police eventually tracking him down at this Toby Street high-rise where Spardello's father lives. Clemens says Spardello had gone into a random apartment and held a man hostage in his own bedroom.
And he was not giving in.
A standoff with the SWAT team lasted hours.
We had three separate negotiators trying to coax him out of the room, and eventually we just breached the door and made entry, and he was tasered.
Eyewitness News was there in the wee hours of the morning as Spardello was taken out in a stretcher. He's now out of the hospital and in police custody, waiting to face a judge. And Spardello is charged with murder for the stabbing on Russo Street and multiple counts of domestic assault for the earlier incident on Hazel Street. Police are still working on finalizing the charges for that hostage situation. Coming up new at 6, we speak to a man who knew the victim of the murder and what we know about him so far. Live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Erica. Tonight, a man accused of a deadly stabbing, a domestic assault, and a hostage standoff is awaiting arraignment.
And we've been working this story since it was breaking last night. Providence police arresting this man right here, Nathan Spardello, early this morning following an hours-long standoff.
Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado has new details at 6, live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
Police say the victim of this homicide last night may not have been the intended target. A man is now in custody and charged with murder after police say he held another man hostage while running from police. Candles lit for 35-year-old Luis Carrillo, known as Bebo, according to his neighbor.
He was an easygoing person.
John DiGiovanni lives on the first floor of this Russo Street building. Above him in another apartment last night, police say Carrillo was stabbed to death.
A lot of screaming, yelling, and then my friend upstairs went there, and there was all blood on the floor.
28-year-old Nathan Spardello is charged with Carrillo's murder. Police are still working to determine if the two even knew each other.
He had a targeted person in mind. However, it may have been that someone else answered the door or was in the apartment.
It's just a sad, tragic accident. It was like wrong place at wrong time. It's like, it's crazy.
Police say Spardello fled the scene after the alleged murder. Police eventually catching up with him at this Toby Street high-rise where they say he entered a random apartment and took the tenant hostage. After a standoff, the SWAT team went in, used a taser on Spardello, and took him away in a stretcher. And Spardello is now in custody here at Providence Police Headquarters. He's charged so far with murder, a few counts of domestic assault from an earlier incident last night on Hazel Street. Police are still determining what the charges will be for that alleged hostage situation. He is expected in court tomorrow. Live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.